Hello and welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and stick around. Also, if you need help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching, email coaching, small group coaching, as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. So if you're interested in any of these services, the links are below in the description box. Click on them and they're going to take you to my website. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. Today's video is going to be how to get your full manifestation. This may especially apply to you if you've been getting bits and pieces of your manifestation, if you've been seeing some movement here and there, but not the entire thing, if you have a partial manifestation, but not the full manifestation, and in general, what to do, how you get your full manifestation, the 100% of it. I'm going to be helping you do that in this video, so stay tuned. So before I dive deeper into the topic of this video, let's first briefly discuss what is a partial manifestation. A partial manifestation is anything from getting bits and pieces of what you want, but not the entire thing. Let's say you're manifesting a specific person and your specific person has come back, if you were manifesting them back, but they're still showing very strong signs of the old story. Maybe you're back together now, maybe you've manifested them back, but for example, maybe they don't want commitment. Maybe you've been manifesting a big amount of money and you've been getting small amounts here and there, but nowhere near the amount that you want. Maybe you've manifested contact from your specific person, but you haven't manifested regular contact, for example, or going on dates, or things like that. All these examples are examples of partial manifestations. They're examples of movement. They are great. They're a great sign. However, it's completely understandable that you want your full manifestation. And so you might be wondering why you're only getting partial manifestations. Where does the partial manifestation come from? Why it's happening? And of course, the big elephant in the room, how you actually go from the partial manifestation to the full manifestation, to the entire thing, the 100% of what you want, the bigger thing, if you like. So the main reason why partial manifestations happen, and especially if you've been on the partial manifestation for a while, for maybe weeks or even months, and you don't seem to be able to get unstuck from going from the partial manifestation to the full manifestation for a while, is because your belief and your expectation and the naturalness by which you feel your desire is not there yet. Now, if your manifestation has just come in, like the last few days or the last couple of weeks, give it some time to unfold, because if that's the case, maybe it's just still unfolding. What I'm discussing today applies more to cases where you haven't been seeing much movement for months, or maybe you're stuck in the partial manifestation for months, but you can't seem to make any progress, in situations like that. So like I just said, the main reason for being stuck for a while in the partial manifestation and feeling stuck and not able to progress to the full manifestation is usually where your consciousness is. It's usually that you don't feel it natural yet or not natural enough yet. It might be that you still have resistance. It might very well be that you're not yet expecting your full manifestation, in the sense that you don't believe it yet, you don't believe it's possible, you don't believe it's something that can happen to you, you're still stuck in the old story and you're still expecting the old story to play out over and over again, instead of expecting a new story to start playing out. And it all has to do with your expectation, your perception, your anticipation of what's going to happen to you. Essentially, it means that you're still at least partially stuck in the old 3D, in the old story, and at least on some level, you're still expecting the old story, the old circumstances, the old behavior, the old situation to play out again. So the most common reason, the most likely reason why you're stuck in a partial manifestation for a while is usually because you're still half in and half out. So yes, you have seen some movement. Yes, you have seen your partial manifestation. Yes, you believe it up to an extent. Yes, you may expect it to show up to an extent, but then from a certain level on, from a certain point onwards, you still don't feel natural about it. You still don't expect it to show up fully for you. Since the 3D is always a direct mirror of what's happening in your inner world, of who you identify as, what you identify with, what you perceive, what you expect, what you anticipate in your reality, if it's only showing you bits and pieces, if it's only showing you partially the things you want, what it means is that your anticipation, let's say, is not fully there, is not 100% there. So your 3D is not reflecting 100% of your manifestation. It's only reflecting, say, 50% or 30% or 70%, but not the 100% of it. So then how do you get unstuck from being in a partial manifestation, experiencing bits and pieces of your desire, but not the entire thing? The answer is that you need to shift your consciousness. You need to shift your inner state, your dominant inner state. You need to shift your dominant inner energy more fully, more wholly, more entirely towards anticipating your full desire, your full manifestation. If what you're manifesting is full commitment from your specific person, then it needs to start feeling more and more natural within you that you are going to get that commitment. If you're manifesting a large amount of money, then you need to shift your consciousness towards feeling it possible, feeling it more and more natural that you are going to get this amount of money. If you're manifesting consistent communication, if you're manifesting going on dates with your specific person, then you need to shift your consciousness towards that direction. The more you shift within and the more natural your desire starts feeling within you, the more the 3D is going to reflect it, and the closer the 3D is going to reflect towards your full manifestation. So you may want to examine your self-concept. You may want to examine your perceptions of yourself, of the other person, or of the circumstances you're in, or the situation you're in. You may want to examine your expectations, what you expect out of your reality, what you feel is possible for you, whether you're expecting more of the old story to play out, or whether you think that the partial manifestation is the best you can get. You may want to examine how you feel deep down about your desire, how natural it feels to you, how possible it feels to you, whether you actually expect it to show up in your reality or not, whether you feel like it's possible for you, because that's where most people get stuck. Most people actually have trouble expecting their manifestation to show up the way that they want it. They doubt it too much, they resist it too much, they have too much insecurity, too much fear about it, and they just don't let it play out. They don't give it room to unfold and to develop. So if you're doing techniques that get you into the state of the wish fulfilled, persist in that. Persist in getting into the state of the wish fulfilled. Persist in practicing that state, because essentially what you're doing with the practicing is that you're brainwashing yourself. You are creating new neurons, new neuron connections in your brain, in your mind, which over some time, over days or weeks, are going to help you feel more and more natural about your desire. And make sure you keep practicing getting yourself into the state of the wish fulfilled over and over and over and over again, and persist in that state. The more you persist in that state, the more you form neural connections in your mind, the more you're brainwashing yourself towards your new reality, and the more natural it's going to start feeling to you. So use your imagination, build your faith muscle, practice getting into the feeling of your desire, feeling as if your desire is already here, and you will notice, I promise, by practicing enough, you are going to start to notice that it feels more and more natural to you, and that you are going to start anticipating it. You are going to start expecting it. You are going to start feeling it possible for you, and not just possible, even likely and probable for you. The more natural you feel about your full manifestation, the faster it's going to come, and the more of it you're going to see unfolding in your 3D. With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.